Hello everybody, I'm Leora Sims. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to another episode of my Sims 4 Law and Order SVU series. This is season number 3, and if you missed any of the previous episodes, please go back and watch them. Please pay attention to the information provided in the description of the video, especially if you or someone you know is in need of help. That's why the information is there. Before I get back into gameplay and storytelling today, I will be briefly talking about self-care. And I will use myself as an example. Weeks ago, I recorded an episode called Spokesperson, and I talked about venting to a friend of mine about the stresses of feeling like I had to be a spokesperson, of feeling like I always had to educate and explain myself to others. And my friend told me that I didn't have to do that if I didn't want to. But in short, I feel that it's my responsibility, and I want to make this world a better place. I have a lot of empathy for people, and because of that, people come to me with their problems and their stresses all of the time. And I'm there for those people. And I like being there emotionally for people. A few weeks ago, when I was venting to my friend, though, I was feeling emotionally overwhelmed, because I was dealing with all of my friend's problems and concerns, and I had some of my own for quite some time. I'm dealing with something, it's not a medical issue, but I'm dealing with something very hard since the beginning of July that I will talk about in another video. And I felt like I couldn't talk about this thing that I've been going through since July with a lot of people, because they would find it too sad. And also, I wasn't finding it helpful to talk about it. It wasn't helping me at that time to talk about it. But dealing with my problems and the problems with everyone else, and then feeling like I had to advocate for myself the week that I vented to my friend, made me feel overwhelmed. And I felt overwhelmed before when I was dating someone or trying to date somebody who I told you about, who called me constantly. So every once in a while, as a person who is there for a lot of people, I feel overwhelmed. And that is why I think that self-care is so important. In fact, now that I know about self-care, I can consider becoming a counselor. The reason I didn't want to become a certified counselor years ago is because I felt that I would bring my work home and it would destroy my personal life. Now that I am aware of self-care, I think that I can do it. And there are some programs that I can do very easily. I already have a master's, and because I'm starting a nonprofit to help people deal with domestic violence and similar things and self-esteem, being certified in counseling would really help me and my organization. So getting a master's in nonprofit was not a waste of my time, but at the time I was considering counseling. I was considering social work too. And I had a social worker tell me that I was very talented and that being a social worker can be a thankless job and a very overwhelming job. But at that time, and I'm not saying I'm going into social work, I would like to go into specialized counseling. And that would help my nonprofit. So as I said, it is not a waste of time. But when I was considering counseling, I had no idea about this thing called self-care. What is self-care? Self-care is taking care of yourself. But I'm talking about emotional and mental self-care. I was feeling burnt out a few weeks ago. Just burnt out. Like I couldn't take any more sadness. Like I couldn't take another sad story. Like I couldn't take another minute of defending myself or my disability. Just burnt out. Emotionally exhausted. And it's very important to make sure that you engage in self-care. Emotional self-care is just as important as physical self-care, because your emotional well-being affects your physical health as well. Depending on the person, for every person, self-care is different. I'm a writer, so I like to write. I'm a musician, so I like to listen to music. For me, self-care would not be rock climbing, because I have a physical disability and mobility issues, and rock climbing, if I ever had to do it, would cause me to have tremendous anxiety. And you don't want to have anxiety during self-care. Self-care is about getting rid of your anxiety, getting rid of your stress, and recharging your batteries so that you feel like you are your whole self again. And when you are your whole self again, it's easier to take care of other people, and it's easier to deal with life challenges. As I said, I felt burnt out, and I felt emotionally exhausted, and I felt like I wanted to help my friends. I also felt like I wasn't helping them to the best of my ability. And then something happened, and I laughed. And I laughed some more. And I laughed some more. And I laughed until I cried. Because comedy can help me and can help others in self-care when they're dealing with their emotional needs. Self-care is very important for every person, because every person deals with life challenges. So, a lot of people pick up a hobby, they draw, they knit, they go for a run, they go for a walk, they might go to a spa and get a massage or get a pedicure. They may go for a swim. It all depends on the kind of person you are, what your personality is, but doing these things for your emotional well-being is very, very important. And when you finish these self-care activities, whatever you decide that they will be for you, you should feel lighter. You should feel more able to deal with the challenges of life. And that's why self-care is so important for people who deal with horrible situations every day. Police officers, counselors, doctors, people in high stress positions must engage in self-care in order to be the best that they can be. Because in order to take care of others, you must take care of yourself, and for a caregiver, that is sometimes a hard concept to accept. I will be back with gameplay. I'm back, and Olivia Benson is with Raphael Barba because she needs some self-care, and sometimes self-care means hanging out with friends and having a support system, especially in a job like Olivia's. She can't talk to civilians about her job. She is bound by confidentiality, so she can talk to counselors and she can talk to her friends who she works with, her co-workers who became like her family. So she is here with Raphael Barba and engaging in self-care. At the beginning of the series Law and Order SVU, I feel that Olivia, as a character, would try to white-knuckle things, meaning that she would say that she was okay when she really wasn't, or she was struggling and didn't want to tell people that she was struggling because she is supposed to be a protector, a caregiver, and a woman in a male-dominated profession. So I feel that she didn't give herself permission to admit that she was going through things. And I feel that when she became friends with Raphael Barba in the show, he allowed her to really express what she was feeling and not just say I'm fine and everything is fine. She doesn't seem to sweep things under the rug so much with him. So it's a good idea to have a support system. I've talked about support systems before, and support systems are very important in anyone's self-care, in my humble opinion. So Raphael is going to be the good friend that he is. They're going to discuss work because they work together. And it's natural. But now he's going to just ask her how she's doing, discuss her other interests with her, brighten her day, which is very important. He's going to express his admiration. He's going to express admiration again. He's going to flatter her. He's going to make a flirtatious joke. Because every once in a while he does do that, I think. He's very, very respectful. He's a very respectful man, but I feel that he is attracted and has always been attracted to Olivia, and they have a certain rapport. I feel that they can joke with each other. And they are at City Movie Center. This is a movie theater that I built, which is categorized in The Sims 4 as a lounge. It is on the Sims 4 gallery if you like it, and I use it quite often. I built several movie theaters, most of which are categorized as lounges. Probably one categorized as a bar. There are two versions of this lot. This one has a roller rink, and there's another one that's exactly the same as this. I call it City Movie Center 2, and City Movie Center 2 has a ice skating rink instead of a roller rink. So what can they do here? Can he buy her? Well, I don't think he can buy her a, he can make a drink. I thought he could buy, maybe he could buy her a cup of coffee, but no such luck. He is going to, I haven't been on this lot in a while, so I forgot what's up here. Oh, this is just the roof, and oh, there's a bowling alley here as well. I forgot that there was a bowling alley in this one. They're not going to bowl because they could bowl at the Eaton Bowl, which is a Sims 4 restaurant with a bowling alley in it. So he is going to embrace her, which could be romantic and doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. nice to see Rafael Barba in something casual. I might add to his casual looks and have him have a look uh, that consists of jeans and a t-shirt, or jeans and a turtleneck. Because now we have turtlenecks in The Sims 4. No. This definitely looks like a New York movie theater right now. This is a unusual outfit, but it works. I want to pick a movie for them to watch. So, watch movie with and they're gonna watch something something very nice. In other words, not Midnight Massacre. They both get enough of that at work. Diamonds Are Four seems like something that Rafael Barba would watch. He would maybe consider a classic. So I'm going to go with that. And we're going to watch them walk in together. And I'm going to speed through this. Because I want to see the moodlet. So this gave them them both a nice moodlet. Actually, no, it didn't end yet. So we're going to speed to the end. And, oh, Rafael Barber did not like that movie. But, you know, that's okay, because when you're helping a friend with self-care, it doesn't always matter if you like something. And if you're in a relationship, you know, you should like some of the things that your partner likes and everything. But sometimes you do something out of caring for them. So I'm glad that he is bored and he didn't walk out, and he was still there for Olivia. And she must have, oh, she took this food with her. She's eating a veggie burrito. So she must have found it in her inventory, and he is going to he's not going to complain. He's not going to complain at all, because he doesn't want to do that. He wants to tell her a funny story, and he wants to discuss the movie, discuss the action scene. I think next time they'll watch another movie, and he is going to flirt a little bit, but she doesn't realize it as flirting, and he doesn't want to tell her a dramatic story because that might stress her out, and he doesn't want to tell her any secrets now because that might stress her out. So, what can he do to help her unwind? Um, I guess he can ask about the movie plot, or they can talk about the movie plot. Let's just say that, and then we'll see where we are. I was gonna have him do something with her, but I'm gonna save that, I decided, for another episode. Oh wow, he's embarrassed. Where is Olivia? There she is. Okay, so he is just going to be friendly with her. He's going to ask for reassurance. They do that a lot. I don't think he would tell a self-deprecating joke. Hug and and he is going to banter with her, and he is going to compliment her outfit. Okay, so he's no longer embarrassed. That's good. He can he can he can ask her about her day. And I am ending this episode here, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. Be happy, healthy, and stay safe. Thanks for watching.